This is Crafty Tower. This is another Crafty Sausage video, and today we are going to be looking around this massive tower here. So you can see this is very much based on Elizabeth Tower in the UK. As you can see here, this is more so just the clock tower part of it though. So this thing actually has a fully functioning clock here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start at the bottom of this giant tower here. And as you can see, we got a whole bunch of dark oak trees here with some flowers around them. And then I actually have tutorials for both of these fountains, actually. And another thing you might notice is they all have redstone on them. So if we go ahead into the main hallway here, which is supposed to be more of like a visitor center sort of area. As you can see, we got a TV over here, a big grand ceiling in here. We got the bathrooms in here, and you might notice that they don't really fit on the ceiling here. And I sort of got the feeling like, I feel like these are like retrofitted into here, and they just don't quite fit correctly. So, you can see we got this desk here, but what we are supposed to be looking at is these three buttons. And you might notice, well, you can already hear some sounds, but you can turn off all three of these fountains on separate buttons here. And they're just wired up with some simple wiring here. You can go ahead and mine down into it, as you can see. Oh, and also, let's go ahead and change it to day here real quick. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at the inside of this place. So, if we head on up our spiral staircase in the center here, on the second floor, we have an amazing little food court here. And as you can see, another fancy gold ceiling here. And you can see we got the counter here. Sort of imagined, I probably should have put signs on these too, but I imagine this is like the line where you go order it, and then you come over here, and then you pick it up, and then you go over to the little eating area here. And then another thing you might have noticed is we have tinted glass on all of the windows, and that is mostly, well, they're tinted, so that way at nighttime the light doesn't shine out and ruin the sort of tiered look that the lighting gives it with these lanterns in here, because the lighting is actually a pretty important part of what this looks like at night. But you can sort of see into the tower whenever there's, with the glass in it, but you also, it's not super easy. And that was sort of my goal with doing this. Anyways, let's go ahead and head back up the stairs here to the third story. So on the third story, we have the start of the hotel here. This is sort of the hotel desk here where you check in. Got your little bell. So if we go in here, this is sort of a little museum area. Maybe we have some redstone for the clock. We got some more redstone-y sort of modern things here. Some pictures, some more pictures. And then these are maybe a little bit more, less modern things here. And yes, I do have the Happy Gas extra stuff on right now. And then right on back in these doors here is the little break room. As you can see, just a nice little break room. So let's go up to the fourth floor. The fourth floor is the start of the hotels. And go ahead in here. This is one of the rooms that we have. We have 6 rooms that look just like this one. As you can see with our nice yellow, well, they're supposed to be gold curtains. And we've got a TV here, a little chair, our desk, 2 beds. Then you can go into the bathroom here, with the curtains are pulled down. Got the shower and bath over there. The sink, ooh, I should fill that up. And then the toilet off in the corner over there. Okay, so that door has exactly the same thing as what I just showed you. So does this floor and the next floor. So we can go ahead and skip over these real quick and go up to the floor with the bells. And as you can see, we have 1 large bell here and then 4 smaller bells around the outsides. It's a little realistic. and I did do the external hammers on the bells too. As you can see here, this one I had a little bit of trouble with because the two trapdoors sort of ran into each other. And then we have the big one along the side here. So you can see it a little bit. You're getting up into the redstone. So this is all just sort of decorative here. All sorts of chains and all sorts of belts and whatnot. If you look up a picture of it, I just sort of tried to copy what the bells in the Elizabeth Tower, their sort of system was, and it really was just wild belts and stuff everywhere. So, once that is done, we can go ahead up into the actual redstone here, and all the wool, which is what you can see right now, this is all just to control the pistons that do the time. So as you can see here, every color is a different hand, and we can just sort of venture around a little bit and see they're just sort of all winding around each other wildly. And then if we head on up a little bit here, you'll start to see stone. Oh, everything's moving. You see the time just changed. So the stone is actually all of our randomizers, and that is what actually ends up picking our time. And since we need two hands, we need two sets of randomizers. So we have one over here, and then we have another one right over there. So they pick where our two hands are. So they're sort of the brain of this whole thing. And then you get up into these little thingies here, which are sort of our decoders. Basically, as you can see, these whole systems here, which there are 12 of them, since there are 6 different positions of the clock, and you can see this one's actually on right now. Since there are 6 different positions of the clock, and we need 2 because we have 2 hands, these basically, all they do is tell the machine what hands are on currently, which ones need to be turned off, and which new ones it turns on. That's basically all of these 12 systems here do, and you'll see I start to get into a bit of wood. The oak wood is sort of our main line that our pulse goes through, as you can see, which connects up to everything else. Then if we head back down a little bit here, this is our pulse extender here, because I'll show you in a second how we're getting our pulse. And we definitely need a super long pulse extender, so that way we don't end up with any spamming problems. And you can see our copper line here is where we are getting everything. And we can go out here, and you can see we have our 2 little daylight sensors here for day and night, and they give us our pulses. And you can't really notice the 2 holes there, except for the 2 little spires that are missing. You can see, oh, time's actually changing right now, it looks like. Yep, just like that, and it's changed. Okay, well, I think that's about it for this video. If this is another Crafty Sausage video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe too while you're at it. Oh, and I've also added a little secret switch up here on the roof in my free time, and if we activate that, as you can see, the clock starts going a little crazy. Yeah. Oh no. Now I've really broken something.